Hey, Gary back here with you on day 8 of blogging with ChatGPT, using the AI to create the content and using GrooveBlog to host that content. Here is our GrooveBlog. In day 7, we were looking at adding a cookie policy in all the policy pages. I said in the next video I would have that done. Here you can see the cookie policy bar. I did change to websitepolicies.com because I like this bar that they have here better. If you go back to GrooveBlog, you can check out the style of this bar. I like this style. It looks better on both desktop and mobile. And I also got that error up at the top inside of GrooveBlog with the code that I got from Terms Feed. So I went ahead and went again with the website's policies, create a cookie consent banner. You simply just walk through this. You select the one that you like, bottom, top, go for the layout, the colors. You can modify the colors, your link to your cookie policy, some custom text if you want to change that up, and then you simply just copy the code. And then again, you go back to settings, and under settings, you come under tracking and pixels, and you add that right here into the body, and then that simply gets you, when you go back to publish, that gets you this bar right here. And here you can see the learn more. I linked to my cookies page. Of course, the pages are in Groove pages, and I'll show you real quick what I did with that before we move on to the next technical thing that I want to cover, which is going to be the sitemap for your blog. So here under Groove pages, we have Universe Unriddled. We have a site built for all of the pages, and all of those pages, of course, we got terms of service, privacy policy, disclaimer, copyright, cookies, contact us, and about us. Now, the terms of service, privacy policy, disclaimer, copyright, and cookies pages were all written by ChatGPT by asking it to create those pages for us. And you can see here that I simply just built those out. I added the links to everything and then back to the blog. Also added a contact us and about us page, even though I have a contact us section at the end of each page, compliancy page. I put that in just so it's there so people can find it very quickly, very easily. You can see what it looks like there, and people know what they're looking at when they land on the page. Then I also added an about us page, and I put my picture on here because I am the creator and the founder of the page, and I want it to be linked to me. It's not necessary, I don't believe, but with EEAT and Google, if you tie it to a real person in my interest, say if I was to put a lot of work into this and really have this become a passion project, then it would be something that I would link to my name, and I don't have a problem with it being linked to my name. But I also said in here that our content is predominantly generated by cutting-edge artificial intelligence from OpenAI, specifically ChatGPT. However, as the curator of the content, Gary Lynn Baker personally reviews, edits, and verifies each piece before it's published on our website. This ensures that the information with us, or we share with you, is both accurate and engaging. Of course, we strive for excellence, but sometimes we make mistakes. If you come across any of those mistakes, please contact us at our contact us page or the email below. And then I linked to my media company, as you can see there, to really give universeunriddled.com a real person behind it. So if somebody lands on this page and they're looking at it, they're reading it, or if Google is crawling all the pages and they're looking at it and they're looking for a person to tie it to, they can tie it to me as a content creator, as a person that owns the media company that creates this type of content and these types of sites. But also know that legitimately, I have stated on here that I'm using AI to generate the content, but I'm also editing it and then manually going over it, interlinking it, and doing all the things that are required to operate the site. So those are the pages that I put there. And then if you go here to the site settings, back to the code, of course, the cookie alert here, I disabled that. And under tracking code, I added websitepolicies.io. And then again, I had linked here to the pages universeunriddled.com cookies for that tracking link for that cookies policy bar that will pop up. And there you have it. There are all of my pages. Again, I'll go back to GrooveBlog real quick. Yeah, I don't care about the changes. I didn't make any changes. Go ahead and take me back to GrooveBlog. And now inside of GrooveBlog, we'll open the blog. I'm getting better navigating around this in the last 8 days. Of course, there's the pop-up bar that you'll see on all the pages. And I wanted to go back to settings, domains, logo. We have tracking in pixels, O&G meta settings, RSS settings. And when I was going through these settings and thinking about cookies and reading about this, I went back to see if I was missing anything. And I went back and I looked at another site that I have, Publisher Report, and I was going through the all-in-one SEO plugin that I use on WordPress, which basically walks me through all of the SEO settings. Actually, it takes care of it basically by default. It's all the default settings. There are some knobs in there that you can twist, a few that I do twist a little differently, but that's not really the focus. The focus was I went down and I was checking off everything and saying, okay, all these things that I do that are done for me with this plugin and all-in-one SEO. And again, I talked about this in the review I did for GrooveBlog here in 2023 and in this case study. GrooveBlog is a replacement for the basic WordPress idea of creating posts and posting blog posts and then ordering them in a certain fashion by putting them in categories and tagging them. But something like this, where you can go and get a free version of a plugin that does literally all of your SEO in one plugin in one place, and basically use it as a guide or a checklist to make sure you're satisfying all of the things you need to do. General sitemap. An XML sitemap is a list of your content that search engines use when they crawl your site. This is an essential part of SEO because it contains some important pieces of information that search engines need when crawling your site. The XML sitemap created by All-in-One SEO tells search engines where to find all of your content on your site. And if you go to Google Search Console, you can submit your sitemap. Now, if you are to click on help and bring up the information about sitemap, and if you really wanted to dig into this, you can see that what is a sitemap and do I need this report? And you can see if you're using a web hosting service such as Squarespace or Wix, which is what GrooveBlog is, the equivalent, a blogging or a web hosting service or a blogging platform, they probably generate a sitemap for you like what we're doing. And I think WordPress may do it by default as well. But that all-in-one SEO plugin makes it a lot easier because it gives it to you in an easier to understand format, and it's one place where you go for all of your SEO needs when you're thinking and looking at SEO, as well as it gives you the best practices. Now, if you have a small site, fewer than 100 pages, you can reach any page on your site by following one or more links from your homepage. You don't need a sitemap or this report. Really, at the end of the day, you do not need this. It is just you helping Google and or any other search engines that can find this page and read it. And it automatically updates when you create a new blog post, and then they go back and they look at this. Because you can click here and you can open the sitemap, and really, again, this is not about what all these files are and the format. It just is all of the posts. So you can see right here, this is the post. I have 43 posts, and it is indexing that, or it is counting those, and then it is updating those. You can see I last updated this site April 1st. This is April 22nd. So all of that is happening here inside of the XML sitemap. Now there is a thing called an RSS sitemap, and if you were to go back to that Google help and you were to scroll down and look at submit a sitemap, you can see that there are acceptable sitemap formats. And let me open this in a new window because it didn't actually open the page in their little iframe. You can see that RSS is a type of sitemap that they accept. Now, inside of GrooveBlog, I went under the help desk here and I opened up the help desk and I searched for GrooveBlog. I didn't actually search for sitemap. I believe that Groove Pages has a sitemap, but here are some basic principles. You can see all of these pages and you can go through this. This isn't the best, in my opinion, documentation. There was a video here about connecting your blog to your Groove Pages. So then I went to the Groove Pages Facebook group, which is right here, groove.cm, official Groove pages, CRM platforms, funnels, pages, whatever. And then there was a blog post here about a person not a fan of a GrooveBlog. And I clicked here in the comments and I was looking through this and I actually saw a comment in here after I'd read all that stuff about RSS feeds. Not sure what all the complaining about GrooveBlog is about. We've had no issues at all. You can copy and paste. Somebody's complaining about the text editor. I actually opened a case with that. I had the same problem. Now it has an RSS feed, not perfect, but Google accepts it as a sitemap, so your posts get automatically indexed. That's what I wanted to see based upon the research that I did over here about an RSS sitemap. So that takes me back to the search console for universeunriddled.com. So what we have here is we have now 7 blog posts. Of course, this is my Universe Unriddled blog post tracker. These are the astronomy basic blog posts. I'm up to 7 using ChatGPT, Koala, and RankIQ for the keyword research. This was the last one that I wrote right here, observing planets with the naked eye. But we go back to Search Console and we go to Sitemaps, and you can see we do not have a sitemap submitted. So what I want to do while we are here together is I want to go back to the GrooveBlog. And remember here, when you go to GrooveBlog, if you pick home, you can click open blog. This is the page that shows all of your blog posts. There's my naked eye stargazing post that I just did. And we go down to settings. And what we are looking for is RSS settings. Here it says enter an author name. I'm just going to go with my name because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put in there. I really wish they would put some help here, like some little question marks where they would give you some little info and tidbits. And I'm going to go ahead and say all posts, and I'm going to save that. And then it's going to give me the XML feed for all of those posts. Then I'm going to take that back to Universe Unriddled in our search console, and I am going to submit that and see if they accept it. Google will periodically process and look for changes. You'll be notified if anything goes wrong with it in the future. Got it? So now you can see success. I have submitted my RSS feed as my sitemap, and it has discovered 7 pages. You can see there 7 pages. Eventually we'll be able to see the page indexing and or the video page indexing. Of course, the 7 pages there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are my post keywords, my post titles, as well as the post URLs. So you can see it wasn't that big a deal for me to go in here, create that RSS feed, just like this person here, Dan Walker. Thank you very much for that helpful information and for the post from Claire Bloom on February 1st, 2023. Of course, this is April when I'm doing this case study. And now you can see that I have that configured. And if I go back to publish, we'll go ahead and we will visit the blog real quick, and we'll just get this. I'm going to pull this down if it'll cooperate with me. So you can see here, Universe Unriddled, universeunriddled.com. There are my blog posts. Here is the carousel, or whatever this is called, when you have that feed of blog post that randomly just walks its way through. There is my category. Scroll down, popular post. That's an option. That's a setting inside of GrooveBlog when you create the post. I don't think I covered this, but I've been doing this for a few of them. If you go here and you click Open Editor, and if this cooperates with me, Open Editor. Over here on the right-hand side, they have a popular post tag. You can check that, or you can uncheck any of these. Show on homepage, add to carousel. It's called a carousel. I think that's what I called it. Sidebar, popular post. So again, this is the carousel here. I believe that's what I said, maybe not. Popular post, you can check that. I wouldn't really populate this. I may take this back down to just 3 and then pick the popular ones, literally the big ones that sort of the hub or the pillar post that I want to focus on. But you can see I have that set. And then down here, I have terms of service, privacy policy, disclaimer, copyright, cookies, contact us, and of course, our cookie policy here and our got it. You accept the cookies or you don't, and you just leave it there. And then, of course, if you click on terms of service, that takes us to pages.universeunriddled.com, terms of service. Now, I guess I could also submit a site index, but that pages.universeunriddled.com is technically a different site, but they are interlinked together. And you can see here, what happened here? That's not supposed to be there. Somehow I got these bars here. This navigation bar is showing up. I got to check that page. Let's do that real quick while we're here. But you can see terms of service, privacy policy, disclaimer, copyright, cookies, contact us, about, and then back to the blog. And then down here, of course, if you click that, got it, it'll go away. Click got it, it'll go away. Then also linked here back to Groove, because I am a marketer. So we'll go back to GrooveBlog real quick, and we will exit, and we do not want to save. We didn't make any changes. Then when this loads, we'll go back to Groove Pages. And then when Groove Pages opens up, we're going to take a look at this. Most likely, I just, by some way, how, or form of clicking, I added those in. Let me check the privacy policy. Privacy policy seems to be okay. Let me check while we're here the disclaimer. Disclaimer seems to be okay as well. The copyright, we'll check that one. Here, I need to update the email address. So you can see I put it down here, so I need to update that. And then cookies, there are my cookies, there are my cookies and my cookie page. There is my contact us page. Again, like I said, contact us at support@Fixin2Media. That is my media company, which is the umbrella for all the media sites that I create. So back to terms of service. While we are here, we'll go under Groove Pages, Manage Site. Then we'll wait for that to open, and then we will click on Pages, Terms of Service, and we will edit this. We'll also edit that copyright page. Yeah, you can see here, somehow I got these dropped in here. So we'll go ahead and delete that nav bar there. Somehow I copied and pasted these nav bars in there. It happens when you're working and you're dragging and dropping and you're just not, or like I said in one of the other earlier videos, you're in a hurry, you get in a rush, or you're in a rush, so you get in a hurry. So we'll save that. Then we'll go, I believe it was the copyright page where I forgot to enter. Yep, right there, email us at, and I will go down here and I will copy that. And of course, this is a case study on blogging and using AI to blog, but it's also a case study on setting up the blog, like all of the parts and pieces. I mean, you can see like that. Why did it do that? Support@Fixin2Media, like the copy and paste just freaked out on me. So let's just do this the old-fashioned way. Contact us at support@Fixin2Media.com. There you go. Save, and we'll publish the website, and then we will go back. There's also another bug here inside of Groove Pages with the nav bar. You can see I'm hovering over Universe Unriddled. If I scroll down here to Universe Unriddled, you can see it links back to universeunriddled.com, which most logos do. But I found that if I tried to link that to a URL, and I'll get with support to take a look at this as well. But for now, let's go back to terms of service and refresh that. And yes, now you can see that it is gone. I just added a couple extra nav bars. We'll click the copyright, refresh that, and there you can see now my email is in there for people to contact me. So we're back again. That's Groove Pages. We're having to use Groove Pages to create those policy pages, about us pages, contact us pages, to make sure all the legal and the structure of the site as far as what people expect to see, to keep it legal, above board, and compliance, as well as when Google sees those connections, they make sure for EEAT, experience, expertise, authority, trust is a big one, that all that stuff is showing that I'm a real person and I am creating this blog and this content for other than the reason of just having content up to try to make money through AdSense or earn commissions as affiliates. It doesn't matter the end result or your end game for creating a blog is to get traffic, or that's the reason I'm doing it, is to get traffic over to affiliate offers and or build an email list and an audience around that topic. But at the end of the day, you got to walk through all of these steps to get there. And so far we're on day 8. And remember, we've also created 7 blog posts. So that content is up and now we're getting it indexed with that RSS sitemap. So everything is good and we should be on the way. Day 8, the rest of this should start really getting into just creating content and then just looking at that content, seeing if and when or how it ranks and then how we can improve it and the overall experience, because at the end of the day, we do want the content to be helpful and relevant to the topic, the niche, and the subject matter to be on point. When people do eventually find it, we do want it to help them. We do want it to be something out there other than just a dead end on the internet where people find the content and don't get any real value out of it. Day 8, got any questions? Ask them in the comments. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Keep watching the playlist. Check it out. Day 9 will be here tomorrow. I'll talk to you later.